Hello, Lansdowne Math Department. This is Matt Adams. I just wanted to present for you anyone that missed the department meeting where I presented how to use DESMOS, or if they wanted more information or a review, I wanted to create a quick video to show you the highlights. If you want to search, first thing you need to create a DESMOS teacher account. After you do that, if you want to look for activities that already exist, you can search for a math topic here. Once you find a topic that someone else has created, you can always click on these three dots and choose copy and edit, and then you'll be able to add or change. This one another person made, and then I already edited it for my purposes in my class. So I could continue editing here. I've never used Collaborate, but I think that would be a very powerful tool if you co-teach with another teacher. I created, if you want to create your own activity though, you go to custom and then you click new activity. Polygraph is a cool feature that looks like the Guess Who board game, if you're familiar with it, where students ask questions to try to figure out what shape it is or what graph it is. And they have to interact by asking questions and then eliminating choices. But let's just start with just a regular DESMOS activity for starters. So this is one I just created. I just labeled it test. So you can label it whatever the topic is. If you want to present a picture or a graph, I think it makes most sense to use the sketch tool so that students can interact and draw over top of it. So on a new slide, I can just click sketch. Right now we're doing, so you can leave it blank if you want them to just draw like it's a blank sheet of paper. You can give them a graph to sketch on. I'm a geometry teacher, so we don't use graphs every day. So instead, maybe I want them to draw the diagonals on a pentagon. So when they see it, it'll look like this, and they can interact by either using lines, they can color code them, they could draw freehand, and then you can give them the directions for what you want them to draw over here by using the note tool. If you want there to also be a multiple choice question, you should probably choose note first and then type in what the question is. How many sides does the polygon have? And then you make sure you choose which one is the correct answer there. If instead you wanted it to be a checkbox question, you decide you want it to be more than one right answer, then you can convert to checkbox, or you can just start by creating checkbox over here to begin with. And that way you can have more than one correct answer. That's if it's that type of question. If it's a multiple choice question, you can also have them either they have to explain it, so they'll choose an option and then type in their response of why, and you can make it so they can see each other's. So I would recommend playing around with the different options there. You can add, there's some limit, but you can add lots of multiple choice, open-ended questions, ordered lists, all on the same slide. Notes typically go near the top, but you can always move them down. So I use notes either for the directions or the slide, or to ask the actual question for what I want them to answer. All right. Once some activities have features where you can do a little bit of coding, and you can look that up online how to do it on the DESMOS blog. But if you label names for your items on each screen, then some activities you can code it so that what they do on one slide gets transferred to the next slide. So here you use these sliders to move around the squares, and wherever you put the squares shows up as the segments on the next slide, and then they can decide what kind of triangle it is for this type of activity. When it comes time to share the activity, you would click on the activity page for it, and then the way I always do it is I don't use the classroom feature. I just say create single class code. This code will pop up, copy and paste it, put it into Schoology. When you're working through the activity with students, this is the view that you'll see. This way, this is the summary of where everyone's working. The boxes will be highlighted. This is the view for each slide, how they're responding. I use anonymatize so that their names aren't on the screen when I display it. Or if you want to display what students should be doing, use the student view and you can display that. So thank you for watching. Please email me if you have questions about using Teacher DESMOS in your classes.